do you think it's true when people say, "Oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix"?
Oh, I agree.
Mm.
That don't matter. We get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone within inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was being by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to allude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-off foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, you almost was like almost. I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just like know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? Like, what happens? Can you tell us what you
It's
think?
a RICO. And all those freak-off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no pardon. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala are going to have a problem with that.
Imagine this. Sean Diddy Combs, a name associated with hip-hop royalty, lavish parties, and luxury, is now in the courtroom spotlight, though not for reasons anyone expected.
Like, it's not about to be pretty by any means. They should all leave the country now. Go move in. Russell, start a hippie commune. Get everybody buckwheat, grass shots. And, preach to them about the joys of love of the innocent kind, you weirdo.
Right. How you feel about Ray J calling you out? how do you feel about that?
I don't. What I got to feel about Rayford? Rayford is greenlit. Nicki Minaj done called him out on the down low. And there are people that are ready to confirm it. Rayford better go on ahead. Just go on. I told him to become a star. I told he could score his own films with his own music. Yep, him in Orlando. Yeah. That would make an awesome, like, for them to be the Amos and Andy, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what they're doing these days, ain't it? Giving head to microphones and asking grown men to be condoms. The shit that people will do to go viral, man. I'm so glad all I got to do is tell the truth. Marco Polo, huh? I wish I would sit there and let a grown man tell me, am I going to be his condom? I will roll up my sleeves and bust down on his face. You did that? You let that man call you a condom for views? What you got with 25, 30 racks? It can't be all the way green. That video, it can't be better than yellow. It can't be. What, you got 25 racks after you sat there and that had that one? You got one man giving head to the microphone, and you got another man asking you to roll down on his eggplant parmesan. You did all of that for 25K, boy. You better than me. Did y'all see that foolishness?
Since his arrest, shocking details about Diddy's lifestyle and alleged activities have surfaced. What began as an FBI raid on his properties has turned into a story that feels like a Hollywood thriller, full of jaw-dropping twists.
That of different companies that had to step down. You know, whenever I think of P. Diddy, I think of just a rap mogul, but you don't really look at him as having all these connections with all these different facets of, as far as out of entertainment, like, is hip hop music really that ingrained in so many different levels of life to where you have a person like P. Diddy associating with a head of Nike or just like, I'm just saying for an example, like a nigga like Moneybagg Yo, I wouldn't imagine if he get taken down like somewhere in IBM. There's the head of IBM is stepping down, right. Or the head of Calvin Klein is, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how ingrained is hip hop into other fields of industry?
Right. So hip hop culture is the biggest culture in the world, first and foremost. But there are tiers to hip hop. Now, Diddy was able to work his way up into the private sector where you're rubbing shoulders with other CEOs, other business owners, other heads of media. So the situation is, you're not gonna see Moneybagg Yo at a political fundraiser. You'll see Diddy there. See what I'm saying? So I've been at fundraising events, you know, they might have some artwork for sale. The opening bid for some of the artists is gonna be $1 million. So you go, Moneybagg Yo, probably getting 40, 50,000 a show. He's signed to somebody, so he's not gonna get his streaming revenue. He's not gonna really own his masters. So that's why you see him signing other artists. Like, most rappers are just simply financially not on the level to be able to impact that community of people.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what that's.
And no disrespect to Moneybagg Yo,
salute Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, he's awesome artist. But speaking to that, the murder of Young Dolph.
Yep.
And we just watched his killers get their time. But they also implicated CMG, which implicates Yo Gotti. And we know Yo Gotti is a multimillionaire, owns with all the things that he owns, and would we say he's in the upper echelon of the...
Reports suggest these events have been a part of Diddy's private life for years. They weren't just casual gatherings, but carefully organized occasions, allegedly featuring live performances by paid individuals. According to the indictment, Diddy arranged, directed, and even recorded these sessions, often involving workers flown in from across the country or abroad.
Diddy, come on, boy.
Nah, he just perverted.
Y'all trying to get me in it? Yeah, okay, we good. We can talk about that. I can talk about that, bro, because I got an opinion on that too. Like,
okay, well, yeah. What's your opinion on?
I mean, like, bro, he fucked up. He did a lot of bad shit. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of bad shit, but I guarantee you.
Everybody keeps saying bad shit, but they only talking about freaky shit. Are we talking about freaky shit or we talking about criminal shit? That's what I'm confused
criminal
about.
and freaky shit.
Oh, he did some criminal shit. Okay, I ain't heard nothing about the criminal shit.
I done heard all type of shit, man. But it'll be allegations like you gonna hear, you know, about shit. But
is Diddy just that gangster to where niggas wasn't even trying to fuck? Cause bro, if you look at the history, we talking about a nigga that's accused of killing Pac, accused of killing Biggie, accused of shooting the club up that Shine was in. That nigga done got away with a lot of wild shit, bro. If we talking about,
he shot that lady in the face.
Yeah, he shot the lady in the face, bro, and didn't do no time. Like
she said she.
It's a nigga out there that's done did the same exact shit that Diddy did, and he's still doing it though.
But he ain't popular like Diddy.
That's just Diddy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, look, Why? Tell me why all the people who really got some money is saying like, man, look, for real, like a lot of the people out here with some money doing the same shit, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that nigga was next level though. He was next level.
But for real, think about it though. Why you think they like, I'm gonna let y'all have it, but like,
but you know what?
Can't even really speak on it, but it's they doing the same shit over there, but y'all so focused over here, they going crazy over here. Y'all don't even know. Yeah. Like, man, come on, bro.
I'm gonna bring
it's
this
the truth,
bro. They talking about it's some minors involved, bro. It is. That's where it gets fucked up.
Of course.
That's where it gets fucked up.
Bro, that's not even where it get fucked. It's been fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not where it get fucked up. You don't even know how far it really went.
Well, really don't.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me hear you. When you start seeing, right, we starting to see bodyguards. We got Jaguar Wright speaking on shit. When you hear these stories about just the industry as a whole, you know, do you believe any of this shit? Do you feel like some of it's cap? Do you feel like some of it's real?
I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan, so that shit don't really mean nothing to me. Like, I believe it's whatever the internet says it is. I ain't never talked to them niggas. Like, I'm real life around celebrities, so it's like all that news and the fake. And like, bro,
These events were reportedly intense, sometimes lasting for days. Allegations claim that controlled substances were provided to participants to ensure compliance. For Diddy, it seemed to be about exercising complete control, both in his professional life and these alleged private gatherings.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not that type of crowd. Like, that's not my crowd. I'm not a consumer, nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't consume. I'm not just a scroll. I'm not on Instagram just straight scroll. Like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
So when you think about the NFL, Jay-Z, and then like the NFL is supposed to be working with the young black youth. What's your take on that? Do you think that there could be more done as being influential in that area? And then talk to me about what you think about Lil Wayne.
What you mean by the NFL and Jay-Z?
So that initiative came after all the police shootings and stuff like that. He stepped in, and then you had to kneel and stuff like that. So you're a young black man that grew up. Probably you got people grew up in the project. You're a young black man that kind of grew up maybe a little bit better, but probably going through the same situations of being a young black man.
If I'm not going through it, I'm seeing it. You know, like.
So speak on that.
Family, I'm seeing it, but like, I don't know if it's a foundation that's going on with the NFL. Like, bro, there could always be something more done, bro. That's the NFL, bro. They choose to spend money on what they choose to spend money on. Like, there could always be something more done, you know? It's just what they want to do, like, my opinion is, like, man, move crazy about that shit, but I'm a young black man, like you said, like.
One of the most bizarre rumors involves secret tunnels beneath Diddy's Los Angeles mansion. After the indictment became public, social media exploded with speculation, including a wild theory about a tunnel connecting his mansion to the Playboy Mansion. Imagine the scandal if such a link existed.
Can he exist in these spaces?
Let's Google Yo Gotti's net worth.
You got it?
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling.
Okay, they got it listed as 100 million.
Yeah, so if your net worth is 100 million, you probably have 50 million liquid capital. So let's put something in perspective.
Right.
Elon Musk is donating $45 million a month to Donald Trump's campaign.
That's wild business.
So in 2 months, he's donated Yo Gotti's net worth to Donald Trump's campaign. So that should give you some perspective.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. I haven't really met many rappers with money. Like, most rappers that I meet are living middle class. So like, if you see them with the 200,000 stack, that's all they got.
Yeah.
For sure, that's all they got.
Why do we? Because this particular platform was built off of the love of hip hop and music.
For sure.
But it's hard to run a business off hip hop and music.
Yeah.
So why is it that rappers are so broke?
First and foremost, you gotta really think about it. Remember that song by Birdman? What did he say? I got everything in my mama name.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's just poor money morals right there.
Right.
And then most of us come from a street element. So, you can't just go down to the bank and buy $1 million house without getting indicted. So like, the rap game is entertainment. Like, I remember when the gangsters would take their homie who not a killer, but he can rap. This our rapper, we pushing behind him.
Right.
Now they want you to be a killer, a robber, a drug dealer, and a rapper. It's a flux in the game, you feel me? So like, like the jewelry y'all got on right now is way better than most rappers that I see.
Oh, man.
You feel me?
Shout out KD. Shout out KD, Gym City.
Setting on that right there.
Yeah.
However, this theory was quickly debunked. A fact check by Reuters confirmed no such tunnel exists. Despite this, the internet continues to buzz with wild ideas about hidden passages and secret escapes.
He had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who could hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. But you can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. He's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless to where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you
Yeah.
don't want to say
Okay,
his name on it.
so that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna
That said, Diddy's mansion is still shrouded in mystery. The sprawling Los Angeles estate features an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a private grotto, a 35-seat theater, a wine room, a spa house, and much more. It's a property that screams luxury and privacy, fitting for someone of Diddy's status.
Diddy snitching, is that a real thing?
Have we ever really seen an indictment where the details were sealed? We only really seen that with Epstein. And the only chance he has to not get a life sentence is to cooperate.
Right. Wait, and you mentioned that Diddy may not make it out alive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see, when you say something like definitely, I got to get your take on it because we seen what happened with Epstein and we seen the, like you said, a sealed indictment. Don't know what's in it.
Right.
We hear stories of stars paying off lawsuits and keeping their name out of the news. Like, do you feel like there's something that's bigger than even Diddy that is at stake of failing?
Yeah, definitely. So, if anybody pays attention to the political climate in our country right now, the FBI is at risk of getting disbanded.
For sure.
We're coming up on a new election. Now, the week that he was indicted, the head of Sony Music, Randy Goodman, stepped down.
Yeah.
CEO of Warner, Kaz Kobayashi, stepped down. CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Lyle, stepped down. And the CEO of Nike, John Donahue, all stepped down in the same week. Then we see the mayor of New York, his name Eric, get indicted. And then now we see the guy Reeves from Abercrombie get indicted for sex trafficking. So the sex trafficking investigators, the group of guys who do that, is a small group, probably about 50, 60 people. So the same people who investigated him also were investigating him and these other people. So you gotta always watch the trickle effect when it comes down to it. So for sure.
Now, we were talking about him contacting witnesses and how careless that was. Do you think it's because of this drug addiction that he has?
That's a great question. So I'll say this. Any man who I know who did ecstasy for more than 4 years straight.
Adding to the intrigue, some theories claim Diddy escaped during the FBI raid through a hidden tunnel. It sounds like a scene straight out of an action movie, but there's no evidence to support it.
Bounty on you?
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme.
Yeah,
what one right now too, motherfucker.
Damn, what's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn, okay, shit.
In this situation, they have 50 on me.
Oh shit.
I'm like, damn.
50 ball. Yeah, damn, that's a nigga. What?
They have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put that up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you about to send it, but for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I had referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, I'm gonna send you that video. Oh yeah, let me get that right now before I forget. So matter of fact, let me just do this before I start, because this is a dark topic, right? Fuck. You can see some strippers or something, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so this is what you did to the young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit an artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right, my bad.
Imagine agents storming the mansion, only to find Diddy gone, supposedly through a secret passage. While entertaining, this idea is likely pure fiction, showing how fascinated people are with the hidden lives of the rich and famous.
Yeah.
He got baguettes, man.
Yeah, come on, man. And shout out Kenny
You can
Customs.
tell y'all really into jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, rappers is getting that. They gonna hand them that. Like the label is finna pay for that. They not finna. We used to get people's jewelry back, and we stopped after we said, "Wait a second, man. You just paid us $10,000 to go get back a CZ chain?" Because if your chain gets took in the rap game, your career finna go down.
Yeah.
So imagine that. You go somewhere, do a show, they take a fake chain from you, and then now you gotta pay some real gangsters to go get it back for you. You just got $15,000 for the show. You gotta pay them 10. You leaving from out of town with 5 bands.
Man, yeah. Dirty gang.
Back to the facts. According to the indictment, Diddy's parties weren't just about fun. The allegations describe non-consensual activities and substances given to participants to keep them under control. Even more disturbing, it's claimed that these events were secretly recorded, creating a collection of footage that no one else consented to. Afterward, both Diddy and the participants were allegedly treated with 4 fluids to recover from the toll.
Group of guys pretty much ran a train on a girl. She was passed out, underage, and we at the spot, and somebody come busting through the door. It's a female. She's like, "Where big homie at?" I'm in the back on the couch, sleep. I hear her calling for me. I'm like, "What's up?" She said, "Look at this." So she threw me these purple sweatpants. I'll never forget this. And I'm like, "What am I looking at?" So immediately on the outside of the pants, I see like some like dry white substance. And then like inside the pants, I see a lot of dry blood. I'm like, these are like some little girl pants. What's going on? They did this to my daughter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They bragging about it, making posts on Facebook, calling my daughter a hoe. She an honor roll student. She went over there with her friend, et cetera, et cetera. And she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, and she wanted retribution for this. She called law enforcement and stuff like that. You feel me? I guess they wasn't working fast enough for her. And so we had took action into our own hands. I kind of regret doing this, but then I don't, because like that little lady thanks me every day. You know what I'm saying? Her daughter, I became like a mentor to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was just a bad circumstance, which just led to more darkness. You feel me? Because like, I didn't know that like they could come up with that much money to put it on me. I didn't know that. So after we found out what was going on, like people came through spinning, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really trying to get up with me, and like shout out to the Google, shout out to the Google gang. Oh no, shout out to them insane. So yeah, but the guys rallied behind me, bro, and like we defeated them. Oh, bro, we had some bloody days though. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up coming out on top. They was bogus though. And Fred, you a hoe. Phone now.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
Right here. When you have a price on your head, how do you operate in that space? Like,
it's time to turn up. That's what we live for. Let's get it. You call a guy, let them know what's going on, and then now it's time to play ball.
As these revelations unfold, the courtroom has become a battleground. Diddy, known for controlling his empire, now faces his private life being exposed. The entertainment world has been shaken, and fans are left questioning everything they thought they knew about him.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. My city, our heads fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, because if I go to other cities and states, like
niggas own that, but
they own that, but they don't identify with that.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll get on that with you,
right?
But we came to kick it,
right?
You feel me? We don't even really want you to know that we into this,
right?
Where we come from, oh yeah,
everybody on that.
Bro, it's the most. I'm getting chills.
Yes. Hard pressed to find someone not on it.
Bro, my city, bro. Think about this, bro. Recently, they just smoked a dude on the street, smoked him. And then they pulled his pants down and spit in his ass on the street outside.
Yeah. That's wild.
They taking it to a different level.
Does growing up in Chicago make every place really feel like a walk in the park? Like, and does it dull your senses when you go home?
Nah, I'll say this. If you go to any place and think it's a walk in the park, you a fool. So like, I feel like them real Chicago boys know that, all right, the level of violence here is not the same, but I'm gonna even be more on my P's and Q's now. Cause here, this the most anybody ever said hello to me.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like my Uber driver took me to a barbecue restaurant. He's like, "You're a big fella, man. You're not hungry?" I'm like, "Bro, I just got off the plane. I've been up 30 hours. I'm hungry." He said, Just hang out with me for a second. We pulled up, we brought the beef brisket out, and we went to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, very fresh.
Damn, I'm liking Texas.
Southern hospitality, man.
It exists. It exists. But where I'm from, hell no. The Uber drivers, they got plastic in the car. You can't even reach them.
Damn.
What? The man took me to a barbecue spot. He said, "You wait right here."
Wait. Here's the keys.
Diddy's image as a successful music mogul and businessman has taken a major hit. Once the face of Bad Boy Records and a global hip-hop icon, his legacy is now under scrutiny. It's one thing to be known for a party lifestyle. It's another to face allegations of exploiting others to sustain it.